But there's an easier way. If I have a sequence of numbers like this, there's an easier way. And that is to use a function, a Python function called range. And all range says is we're going to create a very temporary set of numbers. And that set of numbers is going to start at 0, and it will end at the whatever number comes right before 6. It does not include 6. It stops before that. So a range 0, 6 includes these numbers, but not that one. That's just something you have to remember. Range never includes the number it ends at. It's always right before that. But here I can do, instead of creating this list and typing it all out by hand, watch this. If I say for each int number in range 0, 6, I can do the same thing with very little code. And then that range, the nice thing about that is I didn't create a variable there. That range gets used and then it disappears. And so there's no more variables. I don't have a list floating around out there in my program. It's just really quick. And in fact, there's an even shorter way to do this, because since my range starts at 0, I don't have to specify where it starts. I can just say where it ends. And let's make it end at 10 this time, which means it actually stops at 9. Notice it doesn't have 100 on here, which is 10 times 10. It stops at 9 times 9. So that is really convenient, right? There's a lot you can do with a little bit of code. And it's clean. It goes away when you're done with it. All it does is it's basically a very temporary counter that you can use in your for loops. The interesting thing about range is that they're so temporary. Watch this. Print range 0, 10. So if I print out a range, I just want to show you how temporary this is, because a range doesn't even create a list temporarily. It's just a range. If I print it out, all it does is print the range. So it's just a blip, but it counts for you, which is really, really nice. So now, the way I can use this, watch this. Let's say I just want to do something 5 times. That's all. I don't need to keep track of it or do anything like that. If I just say for x in range 5, print 5 times. Okay, so I just did it 5 times. Notice I have that x variable being defined. I could access that if I wanted to, but I don't have to. If I don't access that x in the for x in range, it just goes away. So I don't worry about it. But that's a really quick way to do something an exact number of times, right? So I can do that. I can also do some more advanced things. Notice the third argument here. So I start at 0. I count to 30. What do you think this means? That's a totally good guess. It could be 3 times, but what it actually is I'm counting by multiples of 3. So if I go for x in range, let's print that. For x in range 0, 30, 3, and I just print it out. Now I'm counting by 3s. There are lots of occasions where you're going to want to do this, and it's super simple. But notice, it doesn't go to 30, and it doesn't stop at 29, which is the number before 30, because 29 is not a multiple of 3. So it's going to stop at the last multiple of 3 before 30. So no matter what, if I put 29 here even, it's still going to stop at 27 because 27 is the last multiple of 3 before 29. Okay, so there's a little bit of planning involved if you want to use the count by multiples of feature here. And also notice that when I use that, I put the starting point back. Okay, the starting point can be whatever you want though. I can count from 100 to 1000 by, let's count by 27s. Okay, so here's counting by 27s, starting at 100. 100, 127, 154, 181. I don't know why you would need to do that, but you can, just so you know. But I put this, when I use the count by multiples of, I'm using the start, the finish, and the multiple. Okay, so that is how we use for.